Hello everyone. This workshop is part of a series of mindscape activities which connects people to nature through art. They're designed for people with dementia along with their family and or carers, but they're also suitable for other groups such as families with children. Mindscape is a Wye Valley area of outstanding natural beauty and Artspace Cinderford project. It's part of the Foresters Forest, the National Lottery Heritage Fund and the Landscape Partnership Programme. And each of these YouTube videos is accompanied with a step-by-step activity guide that you can download from the Artspace Cinderford website. Hi and welcome to the Mindscape activities. This is going to be a really simple and super quick activity where we're going to make a natural pebble noughts and crosses game. Fantastic transgenerational game played by young and old people alike. It's also quite a multi-sensory experience because we're going to use bits of wood for our board which have rough textures and these lovely small smooth pebbles, and they also make these fantastic sort of clinking noises when you hold them in your hands. So the materials include a few pebbles. I've got 5 of each, 5 for the black, 5 for the white. A little block of wood which I've just sawn down to create a little square. You could be using something else a little more interesting, maybe this slice of wood or maybe a piece of slate, something like that. I've also got some black and white acrylic paint and a palette to mix my paints on. So as I say, it's a super simple and super quick activity. I've simply just painted the pebbles white and then the opposite colour for the noughts and crosses on top. The first thing I did was sand down my board slightly just to get rid of any splinters, and I'm going to mix up just a little bit of diluted black paint. I'm going to roughly just cover the surface of this board. So we do that now, and I want to sort of retain the kind of nice rustic quality of it. So I don't want to do anything too perfectly actually. Now when you're doing this you may wish to use some protective clothes, possibly some people may prefer using gloves. I'm quite happy as I am at the moment. So we'll leave that to dry for a couple of minutes, and as you can see I've already painted these, so we'll just do a demo on one of the remaining pebbles. So if you get yourself a sort of fairly small round brush, just so you can do the detail for either the noughts and the crosses, and just spend a bit of time marking them up. I particularly like the black and white contrast, but it is possible obviously to use other colours. Okay, so I'm just going to wait for this board to dry and we'll pop the lines on. We'll have our board grain ready. Okay, so my board's dried nicely there, and I'm quite pleased with the fact I can still see the grain of the wood where I used a diluted black, and I think also the black pebbles will stand out more from the background. So the next stage is to put the white, almost chalk-like lines onto the board. Again, I'm going to do this really quite quickly to achieve that nice loose sort of like handmade look, and I'm sure this will bring lots of memories back for people who used to play with sort of chalk and other board games in the past. Try and get them even. As I say, don't try to be too detailed, too precise. It's got a lovely quality of its own as it stands. So you've got yourself a nice compact game that can be moved around easily. Lovely textures and lovely sounds. So now all I need to do is find yourself a willing opponent to play your pebble noughts and crosses. Hope you enjoy.